Today, Precarious plays
Lost Kingdoms 2. We took a little break in between episodes, and I noticed something peculiar. I think that the floor looks much more crisp and representative of what it's supposed to be
Yeah, like marble flagstones.
than the wall. I think that the wall looks comparatively shoddy.
Well, if I were trying to save on graphics, I would probably make the thing that you're staring at most higher resolution.
That could be it. I was also thinking that you see much more of the wall at any given time than the floor.
Yeah.
So maybe they prioritized some sort of data budget for the floors
Yeah.
for that reason. Well, that was all. Oh, well, there's another thing I noticed. Whoever on the team painted Tara's fingernails blue,
Yeah.
just bless them. Just bless their little souls.
No, that's great. I like it.
I think it's funny. I think it's kind of nice.
It is. It matches her outfit. I like it. What is this guy?
I think that this is some kind of ice golem that we fought in the first game.
I like his big purple, difficult to know what to call it. Pogo stick?
Prism.
Gun? Icicle?
Stalactite.
Yeah. It's cool.
Heh. Heh.
I'm
Heh.
sorry that I do that every time.
Every single time.
I just think a lot of things are cool, and then whenever something actually frigid comes on screen, I'm like, oh, cool. Ugh. That's what I sound like.
That's right where I was gonna go.
Huh. I wonder if they ever had like an art book of this.
I think that art books are fairly trivial to produce. I don't think a game has to do super duper well to have an art book.
Well, I mean, I figure that they would have a lot of collateral lying around just from the development and design process.
Just from drafts of all the different cards.
Yeah, that they could just put it together and then have some polished things. Because, like, I would love to see that.
That's a card.
You know what I didn't expect from this game?
What?
All of this discussion about art and design about the cards. I know that it was kind of interesting in the first game, but I didn't expect it to be the thing that drew my attention most when we were playing the second one. Do you know what I mean by that?
Yes.
Okay. Like, I thought that the thing that was going to pull my attention most was going to be like the changes in mechanics. But I keep getting stuck on like this little guy's animation digging up rocks for you, and the fact that his little butt cheeks are out in the air all the time.
I have to say, wasn't that one of the first games we recorded?
Yeah, it was definitely early. Maybe in the first 5.
Yeah, so I think that... Do you like gauntlets? I do. Did you know you can combine a fire golem with an ice golem?
That sounds fun.
You can make a sad, wet puddle golem. Just sort of ash mixed in with a puddle, you know?
I bet it would make a rainstorm, like a sad cloud, the kind that rains on you wherever you go. Because it would be kind of smoky.
If I remember correctly, if a fire golem... I think that might be a fire gargoyle. The card I'm thinking of from the first game, it's this angry sort of rotund figure that is looking up and going, "Ah!" And I think it has a turn to stone cloud that it produces. Okay. Now, is this going to be a joke battle, or...
Yeah. That is always the question with these characters that are, like, played up to be so ridiculous that you can't stand them.
Mm-hmm.
It's easy to forget that they could be...
It says it's a unicorn, but it just looks like a pretty lady.
That's the secret! It's a metaphor! Looking at the wizard, oh my gosh. You watched Dark Crystal. You watched enough of it, right?
Yeah.
Doesn't the face of the wizard look like the old race of the Dark Crystal?
The birds? Skeksis?
No, not the Skeksis. So there are the Skeksis and the... Oh, it's been just a little too long and I don't remember what everything is called. The old ones.
I can't hide. But wait. Yes, it just might work. With a runestone, I could imprison it. I will yet be king, Lord of the universe. Time to meet your true master, my little runestone bandit.
Oh, yeesh. Okay.
Oh, okay.
It's a fight.
It is a fight, a
If
real
it's
fight.
a fight you want.
But they're in this realm of the Dark Crystal. There is a race of powerful beings that comes to be on the planet, and it separates into two races that are sort of tied together. And the wizard looks like the peaceful side of the two races, not the Skeksis.
Okay.
The other guys. But I forget what they're called because they're called something very benign and sweet. Like old ones. Like wise guys. Like wizards. You know? So, wise guys. They're not like wise guys, but you get the picture.
Regicide.
That did not take nearly as long as I thought it would.
Power of magic, man.
Yeah, I guess. Huh.
Felt like more of a 3-star to me, but... Hey.
Hey, ooh. Beelzebub.
What does it do? Oh.
It looks insectoid.
Weird.
Ugh. That's gross, man.
While on the battlefield, this creature will neutralize all element attributes. It'll also boost the offensive power of all creatures, friend or foe. Does not attack. You know what this feels like?
What?
Remember how a while ago I was talking about how cool it would be if there were basically like more equipment slots and stuff for this game? Like if there were a little more nuance to how you arrange your character.
Yeah.
That feels like the kind of card that it could easily like define a playstyle. And I wish it were more like some kind of tapestry that your character wore as like a tabard or something. Or if your character had like a slot for an insignia and a few different creatures would aid you with a different equipment slot. Because that feels cool. I could see someone basing like a deck around that. I might try it later just to see if like putting out that in Treant is better than putting out that in Wizard. Because one of my most important cards is Banshee. And if I could just load up on Banshees and rely on that card's effect to never have to worry about running into a fire creature.
Yeah.
Because then I could... It's like... Is that card's power, if you do the math, is it more effective than giving Banshee a wizard friend against fire enemies? Do I need to change anything right now, though? I'll think about it. Ooh, there's something that I wanted to try. I'm gonna try something silly, and then we'll come back.
Okay.